What's up everyone, Financial Flow checking in. This is our top 10 cryptocurrencies for 2022. Did you know, if you invested in Ethereum a year ago, you would be up 400%? Cardano, you would be up 1,300%. Dogecoin or Dogecoin, you would be up to 10,000%, and Solana, you would be up to 18,000%. Let's be real, that's extraordinary. Which got me thinking, there must be information out there to find the top cryptocurrencies to invest in. What about a system based on their ranking along with a safe investing approach to achieve the best returns? You don't want to throw your money into random coins hoping Elon Musk tweets about it, right? Welcome to the Financial Flow. Please like and subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay up on our latest videos. We heard about 3 Reddit users that have posted their full results going back to 2013. They identified the big winners and losers across 2,000 different cryptocurrencies and found a way to catalog the whole market. This should give you the best opportunity to make money. I believe the information is so valuable that we should talk about what they found. I have a feeling it's going to help you out a bunch. The first Reddit user made a full analysis of the top 200 coins in January 2020 to find which did the best with the returns of more than 10,000% and which performed the worst, leaving you with nothing. Would you have guessed out of the 200 coins, 120 of them are no longer on that list? This means those ranked in the second half between 101 and 200 did not keep up with the market and have dropped. He mentioned that there is an important distinction that the market cap ranking doesn't always correlate with price. He says, if coin 10 has a cap of $30 billion and trades for $1 each, it's still possible for it to lose its ranking. This is because other coins do quite a bit better, even if they're still worth the very same $30 billion at $1 each 1 year later. In terms of the others, it appears the top 50 coins have more or less stayed the same and more than 90% of them are holding their ground and growing in price. In terms of the top 2020, 1 full year later, one of them is entirely gone, and that would be G999. After some research, it became very clear that the whole thing was a scam from the beginning. It was a setup as an altcoin whose only goal was being listed on CoinMarketCap and other scam. Their trading volume has created to gain enough momentum to begin generating some excitement for it. At this point, it became a full-fledged MLM. It did make its way into the top 20 before eventually being worth nothing. According to his analysis, unlike stocks and pretty much every other reasonable investment out there, with this time frame, it appears that diversification might have hurt and dropped your return. Also, something else fascinating is that within the top 200, most of the gains were focused in the top 2 currencies. You guessed it, Bitcoin and Ethereum. The others did well by most standards with an average return of around 1,000%. But Bitcoin and Ethereum carried most of the market. You probably would have been better off just investing in those. People hear stories about someone investing a few $1,000s and turning it into millions. The real story is, only 5 currencies have seen a return of more than 10,000 out of 200 different options. This means if you're randomly investing, you might have less than a 3% chance of picking the right one, with the losers massively impacting your return. Often what happens is, the losers go down by a lot, and in this case, the average drop was about 90 to 100%, which is definitely no good. Let's say you had bought into each of these 200 cryptocurrencies equally. The average return would have been 1,200%. That is no joke. Taking into consideration the S&P 500 was up over 30% during the same time frame, you would have done just as well sticking with the 2 top currencies. It's like betting on a A1 in 50 chance that you're going to get a 10,000% gainer along with the risk of losing everything. The same user also reviewed the market over the last 4 years. Starting in November 2017, when the cryptocurrency market was about to blow up, he wanted to check and see how many of them are around today and potentially how much he could have made had he invested his money, with the total market cap increasing close to 10 times from 230 billion to over 2.5 trillion. 8 coins have stayed in the top 30. He explained that Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Cardano, Ripple, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Stellar, the others dropped and are not discussed anymore. Also, what's interesting is, Bitcoin's dominance hasn't changed even while options like Ethereum and meme coins have begun chipping away at the market. As for the other options on the 2017 top 30 list, looks like 10 have seen a slight increase in market cap. As new options are introduced, they move into the new spots and push the old ones down the list. The top 10 biggest gainers of the year was Ripple with a 36,000 ROI. When you put that side by side with Bitcoin, it's not even close. Here's how some of the top 10 fared if you had invested $100 in each starting January 2018. With Ripple, your $100 would now be worth $43 for a loss of 57%. $100 in NEM would now be worth $15.48, an 85% loss. $100 in Ardor would be valued at $18.57, an 82% loss. After all calculations have been totaled for the top 10 cryptocurrencies, you would have invested $1,000 and today you would have around $7,520, with 80% of those choices losing an average of more than 50%. Let's be real, that's remarkable. If we were to remove Binance Coin from this list, which was up 400%, the overall return would drop to a loss of 18%. As we crunch the numbers, the crypto market's past performance cannot be an indicator that it will continue to rise in the future. What if we had another option out there that could work better? Our next Reddit user follows the top 10 cryptocurrencies regularly. His returns and strategy could give us more insight into where the top 10 gainers come from. His strategy was investing in the top 10 coins beginning on December 31, 2017. He let it go for the whole year. Off the top of your head, how much do you think this study made him in the following 12 months? I'll wait. How about an 84% loss? Well, his $1,000 became $150. Some cryptocurrencies seen a total loss of as high as 94%. Back then, even Bitcoin fell 70%. Also adding, 4 of the top 10 original coins were no longer in the top 10 by the end of 2018. That year was rough. They say when you get knocked down, get up and try again. So, January 1st, 2019, he repeated the study again. He bought $100 for each of the top 10 coins. This time was different. NEM was replaced with Bitcoin SV, LODA was replaced with Tether, Dash was replaced with Tron, and Cardano was replaced with EOS. In that 12 months time, the S&P 500 was up 29%. Cryptocurrencies were up 1.74%. He decided he would repeat the study again in 2020. There are some new coins being added to the list. Much of the list was the same, apart from the 5 that lost in value. Ripple was hit hard, but the ones that did well did incredibly well, which led to a profit of around 139% throughout the entire year. At this point, his return was beginning to catch back up to the S&P 500. Now, in 2021, everything seems to be unstoppable again. On January 1st, 2021, he invested $100 each into the top 10 coins, with the introduction of Chainlink, Binance Coin, Cardano, and Polkadot. And guess what? They are all positive for the year, and have a total return of close to $5,000. Now imagine, if we combine all 4 years together, holding them equally the whole time, we would definitely see that all are up by a huge amount. Even with the previous 2018 portfolio going from an 85% loss to more than a 70% gain. When you put this together, its average is more than a 500% return. Compare this to the S&P 500's return of 56% during that same period. Interesting information, right? Our Reddit user thinks these are probably the most realistic investment strategies. He analyzed cryptocurrencies to try to find the best way to beat the market without losing everything. He extracted the daily trading info across more than 300 different exchanges in almost 2,000 coins. He found commonalities based on historic price, market capital, and trading volume going all the way back to 2013. The result was shocking. He noticed if you compare the listing price on an exchange with the current price, 40% have gained value. If you were to buy into everything that comes available, you could see like 60% of them will lose value or break even at best. Now, even though only 40% of cryptocurrencies go up in value, The ones that go up do extremely well. The average gain across that 40% of cryptos was like 3,048%. Sounds like a lot, right? What is more compelling is how a great deal of that is moved by just a few outliers that just skyrocketed. Let us say you remove the top 1% of cryptocurrencies from that gain. Your return now drops to 640%. If you remove the top 5%, your overall return now would be like investing in the S&P 500. This means even though 40% of cryptocurrencies go up in value, just 2% of those earn enough to catapult your return up higher than the stock market. You probably would have been better off investing in the index instead. In terms of viable investment strategy, try to capitalize on that 2% that goes up, obviously, right? Well, based on past performance, the most reliable method of investing could be simply to buy an equal amount of the top 10 coins every single month. You see, the goal is to create a game plan that anyone could follow that will not require a lot of work. Also, one that is not reliant on chance or Elon Musk tweeting about it. The Reddit user also mentions that by doing an equal split, you take on a much higher risk because you're investing in smaller cryptos. This also gives you a chance of being rewarded for that same risk. According to the research, a long-term hold so far has produced a positive return more than the stock market. This leads us to conclude that maybe the best way to invest would be to simply buy them all and wait. This would include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Tether, Solana, Cardano, XRP, Polkadot, USDC, and Dogecoin. But we would have to exclude the coins that are stable like Avalanche and Shiba Inu. Try to keep it in mind. We saw in 2018 that it's possible to create a portfolio similar to this. One that drops 85% in value may never recover. Scary! If you have faith in the market long term, extra cash, and the stomach for it, allocating a small portion of your portfolio to this test could give you a positive return. You really need patience. Keep in mind, the market could see some serious swings along the way, with no guarantees of ever recovering. Do not dump everything you have into the top 10 crypto coins with the expectation of being a millionaire next year. Another thing to think about is the top 10 has historically had the best returns from both Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you had invested $100 a week in the last 4 years, you would have a return on your investment of around 540% and like 1,400%. If you're looking to invest in cryptocurrencies for the first time, this way seems to be the safest approach. If you begin to move away from the top 5, the risk is greater, but the reward is also greater. I think the top 10 cryptocurrencies to buy in 2022 will most likely be the same top 10 cryptocurrencies by market end today. Might not be the ones that see a 20,000% return, but they seem to be the safest with the highest likelihood of giving you a positive return long term. Thanks for watching! Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Have a good one.